Hi, I'm Hermene Hartman with Indigo Studio, and today we're going to look at solutions rather than problems. We're talking to a talented young man who's beating the odds by serving his community. He's from Chicago's Inglewood community, born and raised there. He has initiated social change for the improvement and the betterment of the community. His name, Dion Dawson. He's the CEO and founder of Dion Chicago Dream, that includes Project Dream Fridge. What they do, they distribute fresh fruits, vegetables, and water to the Inglewood community that otherwise might go to waste. We're talking to him because he is young, he is gifted, he is Black, and he is of service to his community, solving the problem. The problem? About the food desert. Join us. So we're talking to Mr. Dion Dawson. He is from the Inglewood community. He's been in the Navy right out of high school.
That's correct.
And where were you when you were in the Navy?
Right after basic training, I went to the President's Hospital, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. And then after that, I went to the USS Harry S. Truman, a carrier in Norfolk, Virginia.
Wow. You didn't treat Trump for COVID, did you?
Oh, no. Thank God.
You were gone by then. Now you back home.
I was gone by then.
So tell me about Dream Fridge. This sounds so exciting. It's new, it's innovative. Tell me about Dream Fridge.
Project Dream Fridge is pretty much initially, the idea comes from a mutual aid project where it's put up in a community, the community fridge, and you require the neighbors and the residents to fill it. And so
this is a fridge. This is a refrigerator.
It's a fridge right in the middle of Inglewood.
Okay.
And so originally, when I was looking for something, everyday thing, I came across this idea, and I told my wife, I said, I have to do this. And
how'd you come across the idea?
I was looking on social media. I was on Instagram, and I told my wife, I said, I need to find something that's an everyday thing. And I think when you want to solve a multifaceted problem, you have to have a multifaceted solution. And so, of course, you can have events and things like that, but I needed something every day. I needed something that no matter what, it required me to be there. And I saw this, and I saw that it took off in California, and it was taking off across the world and in New York. And I said, I have to do this. So I told my wife, I said, I gotta get going. And I reached out to a few organizations that assisted me. But the difference in their model and mine is that theirs is focused on mutual aid. And in the Inglewood community, there's not a lot. And so if I put this thing up and it requires an already struggling neighborhood to fill it, it would just be something else that's empty.
So there's a fridge in the heart of Inglewood.
Yes.
Where is it located exactly?
Right off the corner of 5700 South Racine.
It's just a refrigerator?
It's a fridge inside of a shed.
Inside of a shed?
Yes,
okay.
to protect it from the elements.
And you fill it with food?
Yes, every morning.
What kind of food?
Every weekday morning, fruits, vegetables, and water for free. So right now, the menu is something that's cost effective, but it's something that the residents respond to. You know what I mean?
So you've got bananas, apples, oranges. Okay. Strawberries,
lettuce, tomatoes, onions, water, carrots, things like that.
Okay, so I want to go there. And what do I do? Do I pay? Do I subscribe?
It's free. So you would just try to get there early because, right now this is out of pocket every day.
Goes quick.
Yes. So, I mean, the goal is for it to go. You know what I mean? And when we open up at 9, there's already a group there, that's waiting sometimes. I tell them 2 things. I say, A, just get enough to last you till today because we'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
And I allow everybody to police themselves. That's the thing. It's not going to be something that's taught immediately, but it's important for me to give that trust back to the community. And the second thing is to just make sure they have their mask on, because a lot of the people who are using the fridge is in that demographic range that's at risk for COVID.
Right.
And so if they don't have a mask, I say, let me know, I can get you one. Other than that, I just tell them, wait till I'm done. After that, all of the bags that I use to carry the food in, I congregate them in one big bag, and they get the food. That's it.
Okay, so I'm a single lady, so I come and I just want some strawberries.
Yes.
Then there's a lady who's got 2 kids.
Yes.
And she wants 4 pounds of strawberries and some lettuce and some carrots. You can just get what you want as you see fit?
I mean, yes. And the biggest thing is us policing ourselves as a whole, instead of me standing there saying, hey, you can't do this. Because the first day, it was a grab. Everybody's like, oh, I got to get this, and it was gone. But as the days have gone on, everybody has bought into this concept of, okay, just enough for today. You know what I mean? If you have 2 kids and you want to grab some strawberries and things like that, I encourage it.
So you're teaching them how to shop like they do in Europe. In Europe,
yes.
you go to shop.
You get
every day.
Yep, every day. Yep.
Okay, so it's free.
Yes.
And I can take as I see fit as I need. Okay. How do you get the food? Where's the food come from?
Wherever I can get it. I go shopping every morning. I wake up at 5
a.m. So you actually go to the store,
yes,
buy the food,
yes, ma'am,
from a grocer,
yes, ma'am,
and then bring it to the fridge.
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you get your money from?
Donors, myself. It doesn't matter. I won't let it fail. So I'll do whatever I have to. Like, it's not an option.
Okay, so you have a saying that says, I am money.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
It just means that I'm confident in my ability to do whatever my goal is. And so for me, the reason why this movement is happening is because this is 100% of my attention. And so I just know that I'm money because I have the background, I have the training, I have the awareness, I have everything that's required to make this thing as big as I know it can be.
Okay, so from the models that you've looked at, you've modeled this after something.
Loosely, yes.
Something that you saw on Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me about what you saw and what that experience was.
So when I saw it, it's community fridges. It's in a lot of the neighborhoods throughout the U.S., especially that are struggling, and a lot of those communities are Black and brown communities, and it requires mutual aid to be filled. And I just knew that. I mean, I'm from Inglewood. I know Inglewood, and so because of that, I know that if I set this thing up and require a struggling neighborhood to fill it, that's not really requiring me to do anything else. And so, okay, I can get a pat on the back and say, I put this thing right there. But it's different when I require myself to stay disciplined and come every day, to give people the chance to not only think that hope is just for TV, because that's how you feel growing up in Inglewood. You feel like you see these things, these special things happen to people.
But it's external.
Exactly. And so for me, I wanted the difference to be me being there every day, and not only that, but having these interactions and these relationships, because that's what community is. Community is not just being, but it's knowing. And so knowing these names of these people and knowing these relationships, the same people that when me and my brothers would play basketball till 1 a.m, knowing that they wouldn't harm us because we were familiar faces. So just trying to be that.
Okay. We're going to be right back and talk more about Dion and learn about the Fridge program.
Though human ingenuity will continue to make various inventions, with the help of new machines built to do the same, of this I am certain: no invention will ever be devised that is more beautiful, more simple, and more purposeful than those that nature designs, proud server of the most advanced machine on Earth.
Hey, we're guests here. Close the door. It's probably why our energy bill is so much higher than yours.
You know, ComEd makes it easy to save money and energy. Yeah, look, we even got an instant rebate on this smart thermostat. And rebates on Energy Star appliances, like this refrigerator. And this washer-dryer combo. Close the door!
Find even more rebates from the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program at ComEd.com/rebate.
Closed captioning is sponsored by the Illinois State Lottery.
So now we're back with Mr. Dion Dawson talking about food and talking about a solution to food. Tell me about food insecurities. What's the concept of that?
So you have hunger and food insecurity, but a lot of people juxtapose the two because, of course, there are people who are hungry, and food insecurity is also not really knowing where your meal will come from. And so there are a lot of different things that affect whether or not a person eats that day. You know what I mean? And so for me, I'm not just trying to throw money at a problem. I'm throwing myself at it because I know that I've experienced a lot of different things that it gives me the perspective that other people don't have. And so I take my experience from being a hungry and food insecure child in Inglewood, being evicted, having a mom who struggled with substance abuse and taking that, and then also being an adult and growing up in the military after I left after high school, and then also now being a husband and a father. So I have all of a myriad of things that gives me a leg up on other people to not only notice the problems and notice the solutions, but understanding that you have to be delicate in how you approach it.
It's sensitive.
Yes, of course.
So is food insecurity hungry, or is it just unknowing?
I mean, all of it is together though. So hunger is, actually being hungry. Food insecurity deals with, the uncertainty in eating and not having the proper resources, with Inglewood being a food desert. So all of these things is just on top of each other for Inglewood. You have a high unemployment rate, you have high crime, you have, drugs. I mean, it's so much, you know what I mean? And so, and then you have Corona just around all of that. And so you have this storm of just a lot of different things. And so just trying to make sure that when it comes to solving that problem, making sure that you're really ready to really stand tall in helping people. And that's just, for me, it's easy. It just reminds me of when I was 10 years old. I always tell people the moment it kind of changed for me, I was 10 years old, and it was the time when everybody would come to my house. As a kid, you go to this person's house, that person's house.
Your house was the hang house.
Well, no, it was this day. It was this specific day. It was just my turn.
Oh.
And we left school, and we were walking up, and at that moment, we were getting evicted. And it always stands out to me, not because we were getting evicted, but because what my friends did, afterward. We didn't mope around. I didn't feel sad for myself. They helped me move the stuff over in the alley, and we played basketball. And that thing sticks with me, and I still have those friends to this day. And I thank them because I'm not embarrassed by anything. I've been in the craziest situations, and because of it, it equipped me with this tool bag that allows me, where some people only have a screwdriver and a hammer, I just have everything, and I have all of these things in my bag.
You got a bulldozer.
I have everything.
You got everything.
And because of it, I was lucky enough to interact with empathy and all of these different emotions that I was able to unpack and develop as I got older.
The sensitivity.
Exactly. And so it gave me this sixth sense to just know how to treat people, but also be aware of when I'm not in the right space to withdraw, so I won't treat anybody bad.
So the food fridge is 2 months old.
Yes.
Where do you go and get your food? You go to the wholesale district and get your food? Where do you go?
I mean, I go anywhere. I go to Walmart a lot. I even talk to them about funding. They haven't gotten back to me yet as far as just partnering.
Are they responsive?
I mean, the process is slow, so I still haven't heard anything, but I can't wait. What I want people to do is I want people to interact with my brand and to go to my website, to go to my social media page, and they don't see something that's old. That's what we see with a lot of.
So this is fresh food?
Yes, this is every day. I go every day, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Do you work with the farmer's market?
Some of them, but the problem is buying in bulk. I don't have storage. And so because of storage, until I get to that point, I'll just go every day. I'll do whatever I can. I'm totally fine with it.
Okay, so do you want to expand to other neighborhoods?
The fridge is just one part of the conversation. I mean, we also have different events that we've done in the past, handing out hot food, renting an ice cream truck on a hot day. I mean, this is just to start the conversation, because I I don't want anybody to have any question about what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and how dedicated I am. And so I have this fridge is an everyday thing, and then I have weekly or bi-weekly events where for Halloween, we just did this event where we walked door to door to give candy to the children to just encourage them to stay safe from COVID and violence, especially during that time of day, which is in the early evening. And so it really gives us a chance to not only meet our neighbors and put that face out there, but to show them that every day is not just about, that meal. It's about, interpersonal relationships. It's about wondering, what do you want to be when you grow up? All of these things play a part and play off of each other.
You want to get beyond the immediacy.
Yes.
Okay, so what's the response from the community?
Okay, how you feel about Project Dream Free?
Man, I love it, man. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
God bless
I need this fresh fruit. This is a blessing.
Hope.
I appreciate this, and I think everybody else do too.
Some people can't afford nothing to eat, and people should be thankful for what they're doing.
They responded amazingly. I have people come and say good morning. For me, it's the hospitality. It's them expecting it, and that's what I love. I love when I was just opening it the other day when it was raining, and one of the residents held the umbrella for me while I loaded the fridge. And me just, that is something that you can't really quantify. It's something that.
Where did you get your refrigerator from? You talking about a refrigerator like you have at home?
Yes.
Or you talking about a commercial refrigerator?
No, we're talking about a fridge that you just have at home. I bought it, and then I paid for someone to build the shed, and then pretty much got it painted, by Inglewood-based muralist from the Inglewood Arts Collective, because it's important for me for everything about this project to be Inglewood-based. And so after that, the Sharif Food and Liquor gave us free electricity for the fridge, and that's just it. You got to believe that these things can happen. I just know that it's gonna work. I have no doubt in me.
You have no doubt?
None.
It's gonna work. You are successful, and it's going to be very, very, very successful, because we're gonna be right back, and Jewel and Walmart and Costco and Mariano's, we're coming to get some food. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
This could work.
We're taking you home now, sir.
Are you a search and rescue?
No, I'm with the resort.
What? Hey, we're guests here. Close the door. It's probably why our energy bill is so much higher than yours.
ComEd makes it easy to save money and energy. Yeah, look, we even got an instant rebate on this smart thermostat. And rebates on Energy Star appliances, like this refrigerator. And this washer-dryer combo. Close the door!
Find even more rebates from the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program at ComEd.com/rebate.
So we're back, and we're talking about food, fresh food in the fridge in Inglewood for free, no less. So now you're doing this fresh food.
Yes.
You've been open for 2 months.
Yes.
Has corporate Chicago helped you? I'm thinking of the big food
Yes, so
chains, Costco,
we've had
and
Sam's Club respond, Costco. We've had actually the Field Foundation. We've had True Star Foundation respond. So that's why it's a movement, because once you see this thing and once you interact with this thing and what we're doing, you can't look away after that.
Okay, so somebody looking at this program,
yes,
who wants to donate,
yes,
or who wants to assist in, yes, some kind of way, give them some instructions as to what they can do.
So, they can either contact myself through email or on my website.
What's the website?
The website is www.dionschicagodream.com. So
okay, and what you want a donor to do, yes, is money, or do you want them to give you food?
I would encourage money now because of COVID. So having too many people touching hands, just going on the website, and then for me, I have no problem Some people who've donated, I've sent receipts to them. I've attributed them and tagged them on social media. I try to make this thing as transparent as possible because that's what's happened with philanthropy in the last couple of decades, where it became this clouded thing or people trying to gain from it when that's not the case. I just want to get the resources and the food to the people that need it. And I'll do whatever I can to make that happen.
Okay, so next year this time, with some growth, some development, what's your expansion?
Oh, we're going to open the Dream Center.
What's the Dream Center?
It's going to be the Dream Center of Inglewood, and the Dream Center of Inglewood will house not only 3 community fridges, but it will also house a lot of different things like a fully stocked photo studio for creatives in Inglewood to come use if they only have their cell phone, because we know photographers nowadays use their cell phone.
That is photography these days.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to have a few office spaces that will be fully stocked with computers and printers just for Inglewood-based business owners to come and use that if they can't afford a place of their own. We're going to have cubicles. We're going to have work pods. I mean, anything that's necessary for the betterment of Inglewood. It's not just about feeding them, it's about bettering them, it's about making them feel empowered enough in this shifting society.
Will that focus on the youth, or will that focus on everybody?
Everybody. We have people who become photographers when they're 60. Mm-hmm. So for me, who am I to tell somebody that they're not a photographer? The only thing I want to do is make sure that we have that space for them to be whatever they want to be.
So do you think, okay, so you have a refrigerator that is really for like a home interior refrigerator.
Yes.
You think you'll grow and get a commercial refrigerator eventually?
I mean, inside the Dream Center, yes.
Right.
And that's what they will be. They will be commercial when we open the Dream Center. And
larger.
Yes, ma'am. It's going to be open by the summertime. I know it is.
So we talked about you've kind of modeled this, and some other cities have done it. Some other American urban cities have done it.
New York, California, reached out to them. A lot of them offer up encouragement through social media.
Have you visited those?
No, I haven't visited them yet because of COVID. You know what I mean? Because of traveling and things like that. But I mean, they've reached out and told me they appreciate what I'm doing, and I've also reached out and told them to keep going, because the biggest thing is it's not hard to be a good person. That's the thing, is it takes no effort at all. We just wake up and we gravitate towards happiness, toward the things that are good. It takes a lot more to be a bad or negative person. And so for me, I told myself I need to start building that muscle memory of loving, appreciating, and leading. If I do that now, as this thing grows, it'll already be in me to always do that.
So will Dream Fridge go to other communities after you achieve the success that you're happy with, comfortable with in Inglewood? Will you go to other communities in the city?
I think for me, it will graduate into multiple Dream Fridges in our Dream Center. But right now, for me, I'm just focused on Inglewood, and that's the thing. The next step is not necessarily branching out to other communities, but branching out into other concepts in Inglewood.
So have some businessmen, businesswomen, some of the business people maybe in Inglewood or outside Inglewood for that matter, have they tried to help you?
Oh no, definitely. I mean, it's been an amazing response, and there's been a fresh breath of unity. So I have Rage, the resident association of Greater Inglewood, that's been an amazing resource. I have Inglewood branded clothing line, an amazing boutique there that's been supportive. I'll do whatever I can.
You work with Team Inglewood?
Yes. Just got connected with them through the Fall Fest too. Like everything that I'm doing is to ultimately get to the day when I can have this location that can be a safe haven, because that's the thing. It's about safety too. When you're talking about feeding people in Inglewood, you're also talking about protecting them. You're also talking about loving them. You're also talking about understanding and listening.
So are you working with churches?
Yes. So I have some religious leaders that have reached out, told them whatever you need from me, just let me know. Actually in the process of developing a web series where we're actually gonna take one person and try to change their day.
If I hear you correctly, what you're really, 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 really doing is saying to the community of Inglewood, dream.
Yes, always.
Not just this way, but let's give you some security with food.
Yes.
And kill the food anxiety.
Yes.
But let's do some other things. It could be photography. It could be art. It could be a mural. It could be that. Do you work with the Kennedy King College?
Just started that relationship.
Okay,
yes.
they have a culinary school.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, it's dream and its hope is It's just believing. The biggest thing is when I started this, I had so many people tell me like, you can't do that. And that's okay for anybody else. But in order for me to have a legacy that I'm comfortable with, I have to leave it all on the floor. And if I'm gonna leave it all on the floor, I have to have people feel how I feel. And because when I'm doing this, I feel untouchable. I feel like when I dream, I don't ever consider whether or not I can't do it.
Right.
It's about how.
Because you're living your dream.
Exactly. When I talked to Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois the last week, something one of their representatives said stuck out to me. She said, Katie, she said, you sound like an unstoppable force and you won't take no for an answer.
This is a fabulous idea.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate it.
And 5 years from now, you've expanded it, and where are you?
I am 5 years, so we have already opened up our Dream Center of Inglewood, and we are probably branching out to probably like Dream Center of West Baltimore or something like that. Let's change. Let's do everything.
If the mayor or the governor or maybe the Cook County president are looking at this right now,
yes,
what would you tell them that they could do to help you?
Tell them to go to my website, www.dionchicagodream.com. Start that dialogue. Because once that dialogue is started, and once you put your eyes on this beautiful thing, you won't take your eyes off of it. Because everything about this is the real deal. We're not just hoping to do something, we're doing something. We're there every day. And this is the qualitative data that people base $1 million decisions off of.
Okay. Dion, thank you. I wish you the very best.
Likewise, I appreciate it.
So we got to get a large refrigerator. We got to get some commercial refrigeration.
Definitely.
And we got to get maybe some of these large food stores.
Definitely.
The Jewels, the Oscos, the Costcos, Mariano's, to be supported. Aldi. And maybe I shop the farmers markets. I love the farmer markets because I love the freshness of the food. So maybe you could work sometimes with some of these farmer markets to come in and to do something, because they sometimes have a surplus, you know?
And we will take it.
Do you know about the ugly food? Have you ever heard about that?
No.
So you know how when you go to the store and you want the perfect red apple or the perfect green apple. So the ugly food is, it didn't come out perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still good, but you might want to get some ugly food. It's still good. Dion, thank you. Congratulations to what you're doing. I wish you the very, very best, and thank you. And I'm glad you're here. You're 2 months, so we'll talk next year this time and see how you've grown and how you've prospered. And I wish you the best and most success.
Thank you so much.
And to you too. And thank you for being with us this evening to learn about Dream Free.